Thanks for tuning in. Ham Talk Live will be on the air shortly. Please stand by. Thanks for tuning in. Ham Talk Live will be on the air shortly. Please stand by. This episode of Ham Talk Live is brought to you by Tower Electronics. For connectors, cables, and more, call 920-435-2973 or visit pl-259.com. And by ICOM. Heard it, worked it, logged it. Visit www.icomamerica.com/amateur for more information about ICOM radios.
It's Ham Radio with Neil Rapp. Here we go. Welcome to Ham Talk Live. Call in, let's talk. Neil's your guy. Ham Talk Live. Here we go on Ham Talk Radio.
Hey, good evening, everyone. It's time for Ham Talk Live. It's episode number 192, Youth on the Air Month, recorded live on Thursday, December 5th, 2019. I'm your host, Neil Rapp, WB9VPG. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Ham Talk Live. Tonight, we're joined by Bryant Rascoll, KG5 HVO, and we'll take your calls live in just a few minutes. Last week, I took a week off for Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoyed the holiday. And the week before that, though, we did have Youth on the Air again. It was the Youth on the Air camp. We had Jocelyn Bro, KD8VRX, and Sam Rose, KC2LRC here to talk about the Youth on the Air camp. Tonight we'll be talking about the Youth on the Air month, the special event. And if you missed the show on the camp, you can listen anytime at hamtalklive.com or on your favorite podcast app or YouTube, or you can catch the rebroadcast on WTWW. That's 5085 AM, Saturday evenings at about 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So get your questions ready to go about the special event. It's December YOTA month. If you're listening to us live on Thursday night, you can give us a call after the interview on the telephone by calling 812-638-4261. You can also send a question via Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @HamTalkLive. So I'll be back with Bryant after this word from ICOM America right here on Ham Talk Live. Wish it, wrap it, gift it. Step up your gift-giving game this year and get your favorite ham, the transceiver, at the top of their list. ICOM offers a variety of high-performance and innovative products. Make the most of this holiday season with one of these ICOMs today. The IC7610, 'tis the season to give your favorite ham the SDR they really want. This high-performance SDR has the ability to pick out the faintest of signals, even in the presence of stronger adjacent ones. The IC7610 by ICOM is a direct sampling, software-defined radio that will change the world's definition of an SDR transceiver. It has RF direct sampling, 110 dB RMDR, independent dual receiver, and dual digicel. The IC7300, ham for the holidays. ICOM is changing the way entry-level HF is designed. This high-performance, innovative HF transceiver with a compact design will far exceed your expectations. With RF direct sampling, 15 discrete bandpass filters, a large 4.3-inch color touchscreen, real-time spectrum scope, and an SD card slot. The IC9700, this transceiver is at the top of every ham's wish list for this holiday season. Keep your competitive contesting edge with faster processing processors, higher input gain, higher display resolution, and a cleaner signal. ICOM's IC9700 is the pinnacle of perfection. It has a 4.3-inch color touchscreen, dual watch operation and full duplex operation in satellite mode, a real-time high-speed spectrum scope and waterfall display, voice recording with an SD card, and support CW, AM, sideband, RTTY, D-Star, and more. Visit ICOMAmerica.com/amateur for more information on these ICOM radios.
Coming to you live from the glass enclosed Faraday box, here's Neil Rapp with more Ham Talk Live.
ICOM enjoys hams being radioactive in addition to the various contests and ham radio activities we support and sponsor. ICOM is a proud supporter of Youngsters on the Air, or YOTA. December's Region 1, 2, actually, and 3 YOTA activation. Work one or all of the YOTA stations in Region 1 and 2 and 3 and help create excitement about our wonderful hobby. Go to events.ham-yota.com for more about that. And my apologies. I know the microphone's acting funny. It started about a half hour ago. We're trying to track it down, but not having much luck. So I apologize for the microphone here tonight. Something happened with the sound interface a little bit ago, and I can't find it. I've tried everything, so we'll try to make the most of it here and keep going. And I think it's understandable at least. So my apologies for that. We'll keep troubleshooting that and figure out what's going on here. Well, tonight my guest is Bryant Rascoll, KG5HVO. He's a 16-year-old ham that's a past winner of the Bill Pasternak WA6 ITF Memorial Amateur Radio Newsline Young Ham of the Year Award. And Bryant's a member of the Montgomery, Alabama Amateur Radio Club, the Alabama Contest Group, the Georgia Contest Group, and CW Ops, just to name a few. He was a participant in the World Radio Sport Team Championships last summer in Germany, and he was also a member of the 2017 Dave Coulter Youth DX Adventure to Costa Rica and 2019 to Curacao. And he is the YOTA Month Coordinator for Youth on the Air's participation in the Americas. So, Bryant, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Neil. It's great to be here with you on Ham Talk Live.
Well, I'm going to let you talk since my mic's not being the best tonight, but let's talk a little bit. And first of all, we do want to make sure that everybody knows that there are two separate YOTA events going on right now. We announced the camp. That's going to happen in June over in Ohio. We've talked about that, but what we want to talk about tonight is this thing called December YOTA Month. It's a special event. So tell everybody about December YOTA Month.
Okay. Well, December YOTA Month is an operating event. It's lasts all December. And the goal of this event is to promote ham radio to youth and to just get youth on the air and having fun. It was started in 2013 by the Youngsters on the Air crew in Europe and has been very popular in Region 1 as well as Region 3. So with the introduction of Youth on the Air Region 2, which we are very excited about, we decided to join forces with Region 1 and have a joint special event operation involving youth from Region 1, Region 2, and Region 3. So that's just a quick overview of YOTA Month. The goal is just to get on and work the youth special event stations, which we can talk a little bit about throughout the show. And we have a great team of operators here in Region 2, and Region 1 has a lot of different stations from a lot of different countries. So there is definitely a lot of youth enthusiasm for YOTA Month this December.
And then in Region 3, we've got Xenia and her crew over there.
Oh, yes, at the great ZM4T contest station.
So we've got people all over the world, and they're all 25 or under. So talk a little bit about the youth operators that are in the Americas over here that are going to be on the air this month.
Okay. So here in the United States, we have a team of about 14 youth operators. I'll just talk a little about them individually. So first we have Chris, KD8YVJ. He is 16 years old, and many know about him. He went on the 2017 Youth DX adventure to Costa Rica. We have Marty, NN1C from Massachusetts. He is 17 years old and a very talented contester and station builder. We have Levi, K6JO from California. He is 19 years old and has done a lot of contesting from the Cayman Islands at the ZF1A station and has been putting up some great scores from there. We have Bruce, KN8U from the Atlanta area. He is a student at Georgia Tech and does a lot of operating from their club station, W4AQL. We also have Charles, AA4LS from North Carolina. He is 13 years old but is an amazing SO2R operator on CW and SSB. We also have Jack and Audrey, KM4BUN and KM4ZIA. They are 16 and 12 years old, and recently they went down to the PJ2T contest station for the 2019 Youth DX adventure in Curacao. And we have Eden, N4ETC from North Carolina. He is 13 years old and also a very talented SO2R operator. We also are very fortunate to have the Lee family. Everybody knows about them. They are a good group of operators from the Florida area. And Faith Hanna, KD3Z, went to the 2018 YOTA summer camp in South Africa. We have Ruth, KM4LAO, who lives in Michigan right now, and she will be doing some HF operation, but a lot of satellite work using the Kilo 8 Yankee call sign. We also have Case, W0AAE, a contester from Minnesota, as well as Mason, KM4SII, who is 16 years old and lives in North Carolina, and he is a very accomplished DXer with over 200 DXCCs in his log. And then there's myself, and we will be, in the United States, we will be using 4 one-by-one call signs to celebrate YOTA month. Those call signs are Kilo 8 Yankee, Kilo 8 Oscar, Kilo 8 Tango, and Kilo 8 Alpha. Or if you put them all together, the suffix is kind of like YOTA, which is similar to what a lot of other countries are doing for YOTA month. But for example, in Europe, there are a lot of call signs that have the suffix YOTA. But since we can't do that here in the U.S., the 4 one-by-one call signs prove to be our best option. Also in Region 2, we have Matthias, CE2LR, a very awesome contester and WRTC 2018 competitor. And he will be active as X-Ray Radio 2 YOTA for YOTA month. And David, VE7DZO from British Columbia, will be picking up VE7 YOTA to celebrate YOTA month from Canada. So we will have 3 countries from Region 2 on the air and looking to contact you.
All right, so all kinds of opportunities to work young people this month. So we hope you can get on there and do that. I was able to get on one night this week and get a few contacts. I was trying really hard to get Matthias, and it just didn't work. But hopefully that will work on later on. But the numbers are already rolling in. I mean, you've got the statistics there, I'm sure. I know you had them last night as you were on Ham Nation talking about this, and just 4 days in. So now we're 5 days in. So where are we just 5 days in?
So overall for the entire international YOTA month QSO totals, 15,619 QSOs have been logged by young operators all over the world. Here in the United States, our totals are looking like we have about 1,500 QSOs in the log in just under 5 days of operation, and we have been on the air on all bands HF. We've been on CW, SSB, FT8, FT4, all of the digital modes. And again, if you're a satellite operator and are looking to contact one of the one-by-one call signs, look for Kilo 8 Yankee. That will be Ruth KM4LAO at the mic.
Okay, so lots of contacts, and the goal is 100,000.
Yes, 100,000 is a total goal for 2019.
So we need we need
your
contacts.
QSO.
We
Yes.
need to work everybody on every band, every mode possible. So where can people find these stations? How do people find them?
So I would suggest looking on DX clusters. I prefer dxsummit.fi, and there you can filter out different call signs, whether you're hunting for a specific station or you're just want to get a general overview of who's on the radio and on what frequencies. There you just, again, look for stations that have YOTA in the suffix, or keep an eye out for K8Y, K8O, K8T, and K8A, as those will be the U.S. youth hams that will be operating those call signs. And again, we'll be on all bands HF and all modes. In fact, we'll even be on in some contest. Levi K6JO will be using the Kilo 8 Oscar call sign in the digital contest this weekend, so be sure to give him a cue.
Okay, and you know, we've got the filter there on DX Summit. I forget who it was posted that in the in one of the Telegram chat over in Region 1, but they had it all there. And so what I did was I put a link to DX Summit with that filter and everything on the website and on our Twitter feed and on Facebook. And when I want to check up on things, I go to the website and click on the link, so that way I don't have to figure out all the filters. But what you do is you put % and then YOTA in the search, and then you have to add those US call signs, because we're different. We've got the one by one, so then you have to add all of those in too. So to make it easy, all you got to do is click on the link on the Youth on the Air website at youthontheair.org, or on our Twitter feed, YOTA Region 2, and you can also find it under Youth on the Air. And just click on that, and that will send you to DX Summit and give you the list of where everybody is. So that's kind of helpful too. Now, let's talk about the awards and QSLs. I know that people are going to want to collect these and get points and get the wallpaper. So tell us about the wallpaper.
So if you're an awards chaser and are looking to get a cool certificate for working the YOTA Month special event stations this December, I would highly recommend going to the YOTA Month website. That is events.ham-yota.com, and that will give you a full page with information about QSLs and awards and an online logbook to confirm it whether you're in the log or not. And the U.S. stations, we will be updating our log system about every 2 days. It really just depends on the operator's schedule, but again, we are doing our best there. Now, as far as the award system goes, the way you can achieve your score, again, this is not a contest, but an operating event, but there is a little bit of a competitive aspect to it, if you will. So the score is calculated by the number of points, and the way you achieve points is if you work, it's number of stations worked, so the number of YOTA stations worked multiplied by 2, and then added against the number of band slots you've worked those stations on. So for example, if you worked 5 stations and you've worked them on 7 band slots. So that could be maybe you work them on 80 meter sideband and 80 meter CW, and then 40 sideband and 40 CW. I'm just going to use the example here. If you've worked 5 stations and worked them on 7 band slots, that would be 5 times 2 plus 7. That would give you 17 points, and that would qualify you for the Bronze Award. And there are 4 levels that you can aim for. The Bronze is 15 points, Silver is 35, the Gold is 65, and the Platinum is 105. So all of them are doable. Lots of people have achieved the Platinum before. So again, we're really just the goal of the special event is to promote youth and amateur radio and to just get youth on the air and having fun.
Well, it's a great chance to get on the air, talk to some young people, give them some pile-ups, and I know there's been a lot of pile-ups on a lot of these stations, and it's a chance to get some countries. If you need some help on DXCC, it's a chance to get some of those. So
definitely.
Hopefully people can get on there and find those, and then if you like the wallpaper, why you can collect those and collect all 4 of the U.S. calls, YOTA.
Yes, please do. We're listening for you.
It's kind of like those cereal boxes where they put something different in each one, and you got to collect all 4. You collect all 4 Y, O, T, and A. So that's what's going on. The folks over in Europe in Region 1, they are doing all the QSLing and everything, so you can find all of that on QRZ.com too, as well as events.ham-yota.com. So tell you what, we'll take a break. We'll come back with Bryant. We'll take your calls. We'll take your questions right after this word from Tower Electronics right here on Ham Talk Live.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm having an antenna party and I ran out of PL259s.
Oh, come in.
Thank you.
Would silver-plated PL259s from Tower Electronics be too good for your guests?
Those will be fine, thank you. You saved my life the other night.
Oh, the PL259s from Tower Electronics?
Yes, they were very successful at the antenna party. My antenna works like a charm.
Then how can you ever thank me?
I'll try to think of something.
Don't be caught without PL259s. Visit Tower Electronics at a ham fest near you, or visit them online anytime at pl-259.com, or call 920-435-2973. They have adapters, cables, antennas, soldering supplies, and meters too.
Join the conversation. Give us a call at 812-NET-HAM1. That's 812-638-4261. Now, here's more Ham Talk Live.
All I want for Christmas is to listen to another episode of Ham Talk Live.
Tower Electronics will be at Ocala, Florida this weekend, December 6th and 7th, and then Plant City, Florida, December 13th and 14th, or you can visit them anytime at pl-259.com. Ham Talk Live is on the air every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at hamtalklive.com. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And it's time for your calls. So if you have a question for Bryant, give us a call at 812-638-4261, or you can tweet us at Ham Talk Live if you're listening to us on WTWW, or on the podcast edition. You won't be able to reach us live tonight since the show was on Thursday, but we'll be happy to take your calls, and we have one on the line right now. So welcome to Ham Talk Live.
Hi, Neil. This is John. November 0 Juliet Sierra Delta. I'm in Virginia.
Hi, John. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'll tell you what. I joined the Young Amateur Communication Ham team a few months ago. I think it was back in September. I got an offer from Ed, and I've been trying to get involved in the youngsters on the air because I'm a big contester. I've done multiple contests, and I'm mainly CW, work with all Europe and all that jazz. And I was just wondering, how can someone get involved with YOTA, and if they never heard of it before? Bruce, go ahead, or whatever your name is. Sorry,
Bryant. Yep.
Brian, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, John, it's great to talk to you. I think we've talked on 40 meters CW before. Again, you're a very talented CW operator, and it's been fun working you and listening to you work the world. Right now, if you're interested in operating, I can get in touch with you about using one of the special event call signs. I'll get in touch with you, and we'll go from there. Does that sound good?
That sounds great, and you can look up my everything on keywordz.com. And so thank you very much, and keep at what you're doing. You're doing a really great job. I'm going to start working stations tomorrow once my antenna gets back up and operating. So we'll start working stations here soon. 73 all.
All right, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
Yep, I see John on Instagram. That's where I see him. So, we have Instagram QSOs.
Yeah. Well,
but
Neil,
thanks for...
73 all, and I'll catch you next Thursday.
All right, John. Thanks a lot for calling in, and we'll try to get you worked in. Bryant's had a bit of a challenge trying to get enough spots for everybody, which is a good problem to have. We had a little bit of a plan to get more people involved and with a little different call sign thing, and it just didn't work out with everything globally, so we kind of changed our plan a little bit. So he's trying to get some people worked into the schedule, so let him get a hold of you, and we'll see if we can work you into the schedule there, because I'm sure you'd be a great add to the team.
Right,
yes.
Right. Well, I'm going to let you continue with your calls. I bet you got to pile up on the calls there, so we'll let you go for now. 73, N0JSD.
All right,
thanks, John.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, 812-638-4261 is the phone number, and I do have a message, if I can navigate to the right place. Let's see. Dr. Scott Wright, K0MD, says, my best wishes to Bryant with the YOTA activity. How is he balancing the need for a few thousand QSOs with schoolwork?
Let's see, the need for... So right now, a lot of other kids are working the one-by-one call signs, so I can take it sort of easy. All I have to do is just, kind of upload the logs here and there, keep up to date with the whole activity. But Marty, Bruce, Charles, and Levi are doing a great job operating the one-by-ones this week. Again, they've put over 1,500 Qs in the log. But I am excited to operate. I'll be operating a little bit later in the month, and I look forward to using the one-by-ones and, promoting youth and amateur radio through the special event. So thank you for the question, Mr. Wright. I appreciate it.
Okay, and he's not done. He says, I just watched him tonight on Ham Nation. Who is his press agent?
That's a good question. I am not able to reveal that information right now. I'll just go ahead and spoil it. No press information or no press agent here. I'm just having fun in the hobby and trying to do my part to promote it to youth and get it out there. So again, Mr. Wright, I hope to work you in a few contests. Maybe if you're on in the 160 contest, I'll hear you there. I actually just put up a 160L a few weeks ago, so maybe I'll hear you there.
All right, sounds good. And between you and me, the host of this show might have had something to do with that appearance on Ham Nation.
That's a really good point,
maybe,
Neil.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Maybe. Let's see. And John, Scott says he gave a bencher paddle to him. Never heard his voice before, so that's kind of cool. Thanks, Scott, for writing in K0MD. All right, 812-638-4261 is the phone number if you'd like to call in and ask a question. Now's the time to do that. 812-NET-HAM1 is the phone number, and we'll check the tweets here as we go. And we've already talked a little bit about how the QSOs are going so far in the Americas. And I may put you on the spot here. Do you know, is there anybody on right now? I haven't looked at the spots.
I can look actually right now. Yeah. QRX for a moment,
yes,
will you?
Yes, QRX. This is the live radio portion of the show. So, you know, we've been able to work over 1,000. The goal is 100,000. Now, I believe last year the totals were somewhere around 80,000. So, with adding the U.S. stations, which there was a U.S. station last year, by the way. The Lee family did have a station, so we're expanding on that this year. But with the addition of that and Canada and Chile and Xenia down in New Zealand and some more stations active over in Region 1 in Europe and Africa and the Middle East. I think this 100,000 thing is doable, but it's going to take some work. So
definitely
get on there and every band, every mode, give us a call. So, all right, did I stall long enough?
Let's see. So latest spot was for Charles, AA4LS, operating as Kilo 8 Yankee, and I think that was about 45 minutes ago. He was on 7.035 CW. So maybe he's still on. Next spotting site I'll check is the Reverse Beacon Network, so that might give a more up-to-date spot analysis.
Yeah. Now, you know, I've noticed in watching the spots that almost all of you guys this week have been on CW most of the time.
That is a great observation. Yes, Marty has been doing a lot of CW. Bruce K8U has been doing a lot of CW. Levi K6JO isn't so much of a CW operator yet. He is taking some coaching from some very good mentors from the Southern California Contesting Club, as well as Marty NN1C is helping him out. But he has been doing a great job on phone, making lots of contacts. He even operated the little phone fray contest that's on Tuesday nights. So it was cool to hear Kilo 8 Oscar in that small contest. But yes, lots of CW. In fact, I worked Kilo 8 Yankee last night in the 0300 CWT contest, so that was unique. And the call signs will be on in lots of contests, so keep an ear out for the US 1x1s as well as all of the other call signs that have YOTA in the suffix.
Now, I got Marty the other night, and I got him on CW. I pulled out
nice.
I worked you in CW, and you're one of the few that I've worked on CW here lately. But I actually got it out because I was trying to get Matthias, and he could. The code was just coming through way better than his voice, and I tried, and he never did hear me. But I'm trying to get back on the CW a little bit. I'm not promising that
awesome.
I'm going to get on CW a ton, but I'm trying to get back on a little bit and add to the queues. So
a little practice is all it takes.
Yeah, it takes some practice, and I haven't. I've had a few other things going on, so I haven't been practicing. But I'm getting in there and trying to make a few queues at least. So we'll give that a shot. So. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else we need to talk about here. We've talked about the totals. We really don't have any good stories yet. We're only 5 days in, but we've got until the 31st. Actually, I do know a good story. I just didn't think about. Tell us about this special operator that's going to be on December 25th.
Oh yes, so the Leaf family they're going to have a special guest in town for Christmas, I believe, and their special guest went to YOTA camp in South Africa in 2018. I don't know exactly his call sign, so I don't know where he's from, but it does sound like he's from Europe or Africa. And so they're going to be using the Kilo 8 Alpha call sign while he's in town, so their guests can participate in YOTA month from the United States. So I think that's really awesome.
So December 25th, we'll give him a chance to be on the air, and there's some cool stuff out there. If you want to keep up with what's going on, youthontheair.org is the website for all the stuff going on the Americas side of things, and we have links to the main page over at IARU Region 1, and we also tweet out some stuff. We today put up the video from your appearance on Ham Nation last night, so that's there. And also, here was a tweet that I retweeted today from the UK, the RSGB youth team. They were able to give 40 very excited 7- and 8-year-olds the chance to speak to Santa yesterday using GB19 YOTA.
Wow,
they gave him their name using the phonetic alphabet and chatted with them about what they wanted for Christmas. How about that?
That is just great. You know, I think there's a similar program here in the United States on the 3916 75-meter get-together. Yep, the Santa Net. That's what I was trying to think of. I think, I think a few years ago,
there's actually a couple of Santa Nets, but yeah, the 3916 one, we've had them here on the show before, and remind you that they're there again. But yeah, they got a chance to use the YOTA call sign and got 40 kids on to talk to Santa.
Wow, 40, that's a lot. And hopefully it sparked a fire and some interest in some of them. That'd be really cool.
812-638-4261 is the phone number if you would like to chime in. Now's the time to do that, because we're going to finish things up here pretty soon. So give us a call, 812-638-4261, or a tweet over at Ham Talk Live on Twitter. And so there's all kinds of good stories. A lot of these stations over in Europe are they're using some of the big gun stations and kind of meeting there and that kind of thing, where here we're kind of scattered out all over the place. But there's just a lot of good activity on right now with this, and it's been a lot of fun to watch it, and we're only 5 days in.
Yes, I'm very excited to see the youth operators as they continue. I'm very excited to listen to them operate, as they're doing a great job. And just be sure to fire up your HF radio, or if you're a satellite operator, turn on your radio and work some of the youth this December. They're really working hard for those QSOs.
Now, before we go, let's preview just a little bit of the camp that's coming up, which that's part of the YOTA month, is to kind of make people aware of YOTA and the camp that's coming up in June. And you're going to be talking about one of your favorite topics. So give people a little bit of an idea of what you're going to be doing at the camp.
So yes, I'm very excited to be talking contesting at the YOTA Region 2 summer camp in Ohio this summer. I'll get to share my love for contesting with the other youth that will be attending the camp. And I've heard rumors that there will be an FM QSO party and a little mini contest at an amusement park. So I'm really excited to participate in those events and hang out with other youth at the camp. It's going to be a great week.
Yeah, when's the last time you had a chance to work a contest at Kings Island?
About never.
Yeah.
So it will be a first.
So, there's all kinds of cool stuff. So check out the site. If you know of a young ham that's already licensed, ages 15 to 25, send them over to youthontheair.org. Have them sign up there for more information, and in February we'll open up the registration period and get all that fun paperwork stuff going and get things figured out for camp this summer. And also, we still need some funding. Our donate button is there on youthontheair.org. You can do that by PayPal, or you can do the GoFundMe thing. We've got another about $4,000 to raise before spring. And then if we can raise another 10 total, we can add some more spots for some more campers. We can go up to 30 campers instead of 20. So if you can help out with that financially, we could use that as well. Okay, John N0JSD is writing back in, says, by the way, you can never go wrong with contesting. He's operated W4RN. And that was his first taste of CW contesting, and he's at he's at 40 words a minute now. So
wow, that's very impressive,
contesting
John.
is a big deal. Yeah, so
keep up the good work.
Yeah, I remember last night I was hanging out in the chat room for Ham Nation, and somebody said, "I wish I had half the CW speed Bryant has." So. So we've got some talented operators out there, and talented CW operators as well. And take this opportunity to get on the air this month and give them some cues and help them out to reach this goal of 100,000. So, Bryant, anything else you want to share before we go?
Just want to encourage everybody to, again, turn on your radios and work some of the YOTA Month special event stations. Again, the youth operators, all under the age of 25, are working very hard to reach that 100,000 QSO goal.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show. I'm glad we could get you on here and talk about
Thank you for having me.
And thank you so much for taking the lead on getting all of this organized, getting all the ops scheduled, and get everybody together and on the same page here as to what's going on, and getting those call signs set up and getting everything on QRZ situated and running with this thing. And I think this will be a good program for many years to come.
Yes, it will. I'm very excited for the future.
All right, well, we're going to say 7-3 for tonight. That is a wrap for this week's edition of Ham Talk Live. Thanks to Bryant Rascoll, KG5HVO, for being on, and thanks to everybody for calling in and typing in tonight. And come back next Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. For a list of our upcoming guests, visit hamtalklive.com. And if you like the show, please give us a review on iTunes. That helps people find us faster. So for now, this is Neil Rapp, WB9VPG, saying 7-3, 7-5, and may the good DX be yours.